I request my students to put their microphone on and give a big hearty applause to the champions of the day, Nial and Paari O'Toole. Complimenti, auguri, congratulations.
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 That's what a fish market. I always say that. I always say that. Hey, how are you, champions? Very, very proud of you. And put your microphone on. I put all the mics off now. Put the mic on. The stage is yours. All very happy.
Ambrish, we were just joking and saying, what are we going to do every evening now? We'll have to talk to each other.
We don't have to talk all the time, do we?
But a huge thank you to you. The process for us started first week of February, and it's been super smooth, and we felt very supported all throughout. And the good thing we both did from day one is we followed the Ambrish protocol, if I can call it that, which is attend the live lessons, do your notes, and do SCADAs like it's going out of fashion. So we did that, and here we are. So we're very thankful, and we can't thank you enough, actually. We couldn't have done it without you.
That's very, very thank you very much.
Nial,
Gore Mahgot.
God of Kid Mila Mahgot, grazie. Yeah, it's a real relief. And of course, because we're husband and wife and we did it together, the biggest relief is that we both passed. And we don't know our scores yet, but God help us if I scored better than my wife. I hope I didn't. But Ambrish, the one thing I would say is, as Paari mentioned, we did loads and loads of SCADAs, but one thing I probably did wrong was I did the SCADAs way too quickly every day. And I was rushing through the SCADAs. If I didn't finish one within 8 minutes, I was thinking, oh, that's a bit slow. And what that does is it stops you reading the questions for those tricky little words that they put in. So I would actually say to people, for quality, slower, more considered SCADAs is probably better than 7 rushed ones.
Yeah, true. It makes sense. Absolutely. No. It depends on how much you can make. But I'm sure Paari did it slow and she managed 7 anyway. Just saying, I don't have to compromise on the number of things you do, but it's okay. That's true. Whatever you can, obviously you can only do what you can, but you've done an excellent job. So how did you first of all find about us, about Ambrish Quick Patente?
I was telling Niall this on the way back, actually. It was through a post on Facebook. I think there was an expat group on Facebook that I'm a part of, and someone posted on that about their experience, and we checked out the page. So that's how we found you.
Okay, fantastic. So you've done a very good job, because he said this what they said is we follow the protocol, and here we are. And I didn't do a quiz with you last night because we couldn't manage to connect, but this morning we did in the morning. You don't need to say what I told you, because a lot of people think I do magic. Let them believe that. So the things the suggestions I gave you or whatever, was there any helpful, or is it just something, okay, just extra words?
Absolutely. No, they were very helpful. I think each testing center is different. Ours was, very efficient, and the screens were great. It was a touch screen, very, very easy to use. And as far as time is concerned, as you say, often 20 minutes is a long time. So I was able to finish it and then check it twice after that. So I had plenty of time, and the suggestions were.
And it just helped center us, I think, for the morning, because there were 14 of us did the test together. Half passed and half failed.
Oh my God! Among the people who failed were also Italians.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was by far the oldest person there.
Okay, I'm very happy and very proud of that, because today I had an argument. Somebody saying, you know what? I'm already 45. I don't think I'll manage it. I said, listen, you speak for yourself. My oldest student who passed was 82. And she passed in flying colors. I said, remember, the human brain does not stop learning to the last breath. So don't ever think that because you're old, that is the very thing. But thank you very much. You made us all very happy, very proud. I'm waiting for a lovely video of yours together, okay? Thanks once again. Whenever you feel lonely, come again. You can come inside. You don't need invitation. It's home to
And
you.
we would just say best of luck to all of your students. You guys can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. And listen, now that I've delivered my theory promise, when your practical test with 4 days before, remember the routine. 4 days before, let me know that I'm going to have a practical test. Then I'll give you some information. And 2 hours before that, you have just listened to my voice and you'll pass. Okay. I thank you very much for being a part of my team. And I'll miss you, but of course, don't let me miss you. Come on now and then and just have a say hello. Okay. You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Good luck
All
to
right.
everyone.
Grazie
Thank you.
mille.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Take care.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. There. These stories gives us the push we need, that we need the wind beneath our wings to feel. So now, this also is just learning is not always what is the most important. Let's continue now anyway. Let's work for our applauses. So let me show you what they are talking about. This one. Let's hope you don't say, no, vertical load, show. There you are. You see the hook? You see the hook on that is attached to the car behind? It says a vertical load. It'll show you how much vertical load you can take, okay? You should not exceed that limit. The hook tells you how much load it can vertically take. This is what they're talking about. So it makes it easy to understand now. It says, quando si traina un rimorchio, when you're pulling a rimorchio, you need to verify that the vertical load does not exceed the limit as indicated in that sticker. Now, sometimes it speaks about the sticker. So remember, I showed it to you. You've seen with your eyes. Okay, if seeing is believing, you've seen. Now, la distanza di sicurezza, the safety distance, that means the distance that you keep with the car ahead of you, or that in case the car stops, you are able to stop before hitting it. We do that to maintain, you should maintain a safety distance to avoid tamponamento. So we keep a safety distance that we want to avoid hitting the car ahead of us, and that is correct. Cambio in folle, for those who do not know, it's called neutral gear. Write down cambio in folle means neutral gear. It says, in the presence of the tratti di strada ghiacciati on a frozen road, it is advisable to drive with a neutral gear. if you're tired of life. So no, nobody does neutral gear on an icy road. Okay, your car will slip. So this is falso. In presenza di tratti di strada ghiacciati, oppure procedere con cambio in folle, falso. È vietato il sorpasso di veicoli fermi al semaforo. It's forbidden to overtake vehicles that are stopped at the traffic light. Quando a tal fine, that means if in order to do so, you need to occupy the opposite side of the road, of the oncoming traffic. È necessario spostarsi sul lato riservato all'altro senso di marcia, the area reserved for the opposite direction. That is correct. You should not overtake. You can overtake in the intersection if you remain on your side of the road. You can when there's a traffic light, but not if you have to go on the other side of the road. And this is vero. Next. This panel tells you that if you park your car there, they'll tow it away or they'll block your car with the tire lock. So it says pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che la strada è chiusa per incidente, that the road is stopped because of the accident, but that's not true, falso. Sulle strade extraurbane principali, tell me, Joe.
So, number 21, my network shipped there, please.
Oh, well, take a picture. I take a picture, and and it says on the icy road you need to drive in a neutral gear. Okay, because it's falso. You don't have to drive a neutral gear on icy road.
Thank you, sir.
This is not, the road is not closed. It's just telling you don't park there, otherwise they'll tow your car away. Now, the maximum speed limit for autotreni. Autotreni are trucks that are connected with each other, two containers like a train. Remember, if any car is pulling anything in extra urbana principale or secondaria, the speed limit is 70 kilometers per hour, which has been provided to you by the school. You have to just learn this material, okay? And this is vero, once again. Sulle strade extraurbane principali, il limite massimo di velocità è di 70 km per autotreni, and that is vero. Now, in un veicolo a motore, on a motor vehicle, gli ammortizzatori scarichi, if your shock absorbers are not working nicely, it will be resulting that the tires are not consumed uniformly. It's not regular. It is bald over here and it's okay here. So if you see your tires are looking weird, that it's not consuming irregularly, that means something is wrong with the suspensions of your car. Okay? It says, in un veicolo motore, gli ammortizzatori scarichi provocano usura. Usura means usage non uniforme, not uniform, della battistrada dei pneumatici. Battistrada is the tread depth of your tires. The tread depth of your tires is called battistrada dei pneumatici. This is vero. È regolamentare trovare sulla pavimentazione la scritta stop. It is normal to find stop written on the ground if there's a stop sign vertical. They come as a pair. If there's a stop sign, a red one on the right side, you'll find the floor stop side on the road. That's correct. Once again, è regolamentare trovare sulla pavimentazione la scritta stop per completamento del relativo segnale verticale, to complete the vertical sign. That's correct. This is telling you that it's a zebra crossing. Now, it's saying a sottopassaggio is when the pedestrians go below the road and go under the ground and come out there. If it's a sottopassaggio, what does it matter to a driver? He doesn't care. He can't see you. You don't bother him. So obviously, sottopassaggio with this sign is going to be wrong. Sottopassaggio will always be wrong because a driver does not need to know about sottopassaggio, that he doesn't care. And that's why this is falso. Remember, sottopassaggio is, you must have seen, sometimes you go down the stairs instead of crossing the road on the surface, you go underground and then climb up on the other side, right? Nod your head now and then, otherwise it'll feel silly at me. I'm telling you, but nobody seems to have ever seen that. So this is falso. Durante la sosta, when you park your car, conducente deve lasciare veicolo con motore spento. You must put your motor off after you park the car. Good to know. Yes, that's true. Il conducente di motociclo, if the motorcycle driver sees there's too much traffic on the road, he can drive on the footpath. That's what they're saying. Può circolare sul marciapiede se il traffico della carreggiata è bloccato. So if the traffic on the road is blocked, motorcycles can drive on the footpath. That is not true, not in this country. Falso. And not in all the states of the country. Now, here now, any sign that is yellow, it's telling you it's a temporary sign. It's when the road construction is going on. So let's see what the sign says. To go to Lucca, Lucca is the name of the town, not the name of a bloke. It says, if you want to go straight, any vehicle whose weight exceeds 7 tons cannot go straight. They must use a deviation. Okay, that's what it says. It says now this one. Lots of foreigners see 7 tons and they say 7 tonnellate and they are eagerly happy, say, wait on, move on. But look what the sentence is saying. Vieta il sorpasso autoveicoli is forbidden to overtake vehicles whose weight exceeds 7 tons. There is no law about forbidding overtaking. They're saying you should not pass through. Nobody spoke about overtaking any vehicle. So that's a tricky part. Pay attention. Don't get fooled and don't be gullible and just go and say 7 ton, I'm okay, I found out. Okay? Once again, segnale referrato vieta il sorpasso di autoveicoli di massa totale superiore a 7 tonnellate. That is falso. So I hope you learned a lot of new things for what you did today. Some of you, I'm aware, some people understood 70%, 80%, but that's where the knowledge goes. It's not like you go to a parlor and come out looking good and you finish. Here, it takes time for you to know everything. So I'm patient, you be patient with yourself. Don't tax yourself too much and don't expect a lot also. Now, remember what the state of mind in which you do the quiz is very, very important. Do not be anxious. Now, Nial said, I was all doing very quickly. Take it nice and easy. And remember, you should imagine, tell your brain, I love doing the quiz. I can hardly wait. I can get and there's some people who are like that, even after they pass, they still keep on playing with the quiz as if it's a video game. They are so addicted to it. So whatever you love, you don't have to be forced to do something because you do it willingly. So very important is you time yourself. You have to organize yourself. But 2 times of the day, these are very, very important that you focus entirely on the quiz, at least during the time you're doing your journey. So remember, if you come in the battlefield, I'll make you run. But be prepared to run. Don't sit, because if you sit, you lose momentum. You'll begin learning very, very fast. Keep on walking. Even if you make mistakes, no problem. You can make mistakes. I said, if you give a right answer, fantastic. If you give a wrong answer, amazing. Why? Because you're happy that you found it before you came to the exam. Each and every mistakes you made are mistakes that you could have found in your exam. If you have a positive attitude, either which way, you always win. Okay, so remember, it's very important. You should like the process. Don't come in scared like, oh my God, what's going to happen? That is a very bad state to be in, very hard to learn. You can't force your mind anything. If you don't believe me, try not to think of a red monkey. Your mind is full of red monkeys now. Because I said don't. You cannot force your mind to do anything. So be nice and be gentle, and your mind will collaborate. Speak to your mind as you speak to a child, and don't even be harsh to yourself. Some people say, oh, but I'm an idiot. Don't ever say that, because you said it, but your body is listening. So remember, be careful. So the 2 times that you're very, very easy to learn is just before you're about to go to bed. You're going for alpha to beta wave brain waves. That is the time you're most easily suggestible. Whatever you do, your mind will instantly believe. So that time, tell yourself, I've come here. My mission is to get the license, whatever happens, because afterwards, all my problems will be solved, which is true in a way. And same thing happens when you get up in the morning. When the first thought of yours is, oh, it's a beautiful day. First of all, be happy. Try to smile in the morning. It's very hard. But if you smile, you're beginning with a very good positive note your day. Okay, so then you can face everything. That time also talk about the quiz. If your the end of the day, the last thought of the day, the first thought of the day is that of the license, believe me, everything else will be smooth. This whole process will be enjoyable. I would like you to enjoy this rather than feeling I have to do something. Okay, this is my message for the weekend, because I'm not going to see you tomorrow, day after. I'm in Milan. I'll meet you on Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the class. I'll see you on Monday. Arrivederci, buona serata, buon weekend a tutti. Goodbye.